mainly. Like, I very rarely feel any male energy. I don't know if that's just something that I connect more with, or maybe that there is just more around me personally, more ancient, powerful women witches. But I very rarely feel male energy, especially even with my ancestors. It is very rare that I come across male energy. Sometimes I do, like not all the time, but mostly when I'm connecting with my ancestors, most of the time I feel women. And I don't know, I've always just been more drawn and attracted to the essence of women, I guess. Sorry, you like my new coffee mug? Oh yeah, it's gold. I have this new ring too, I don't know if you can tell. Oh yeah. I got a Party City last night. It's a knuckle. I love it. Anyway, sorry. I love my skulls. But yeah, that's really all I can really touch on with that, because it's really, as of right now, that I willingly know in my head that I'm able to share. Like, I feel so much more, and that's why I think sometimes in some of my videos, when I try to explain them, I just kind of ramble. And I don't mean to, and in my head, and I know what I'm saying, and in my spirit, I know what I'm trying to say, but it's hard to come out. Sorry, and because I don't know how to put it into words. Oh, but there is two things I'm gonna show you. Hold on, real quick, right back. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay. Speaking of the Halloween witch and ancestral spirits, I showed you guys what Lizzie Ray gave to me. Sorry. I showed you guys what she gave to me as a present, as my statue. It's still over by my bookshelf because I'm not sure what to do with it. But, sorry, my back. Speaking of the Halloween witch, I found these downstairs, and these were from when I was younger. You see them? See her? I have two. I have a blue one and a brown one. She is very old and hag-like and creepy, and to me, absolutely perfect. And she's got a broom, and they bend too. She's got huge feet. Look at that. Fucking feet are huge. To me, I plan on putting these on my ancestor altar. They were up by the wing of the falcon, because I'm going to use that. I decided I'm going to use that. I might use it to honor my Native American ancestors, but mainly I'm going to use it in honor of Circe. I'm very drawn to Circe and her essence, and Hermes and Hecate, and so I love them. These are my little Halloween witches, and I love them because they are the essence of the Halloween witch. They are creepy, and they are powerful and strong, and they don't give a crap if you like them or not, because they're going to do what they want to do, and they don't give a shit what you say. Thank you very much. Sorry. I'm tired, but it's later in the day. I'm not really as tired, so I'm more... Whoop, whoop. Okay. I found something yesterday. This is an old photo album. And since, it's that time of year, I've been trying to look for pictures of my ancestors to call on them, because I do not know anything about my family. Because, let's just say I've not had the best family life. And I really don't know anything about any of them, except for what I am. That's all I know. And so I found something last night, and this means so much to me. I posted on my Facebook. See that? That is my great-great-great-grandmother, Matilda Crow Lynn. She was a Crow Native American woman. Her father was John Crow. He was also a Crow Native American. And her father was off the reservation. And I don't know anything about her other than that. So I'm looking forward to really trying to communicate with her this year. And it's crazy though, because when I saw this picture, I was like, you know what? I feel like I've seen her before. Like, I don't know if it was in a dream or when I was channeling my ancestral energy. I don't know. So that means a lot to me that I was able to find this, and I have it. And there's a bunch of old pictures in here. Some of my ancestors. There's one. A lot of my ancestors I knew. I believe that's my grandfather. I never met him, and as far as I know, he was not a very nice person. I'm not sure if that was him or not. I need to ask my mom. I know my grandfather's name is Tom, and that guy's name is Tom. Look at these pictures. Like, they are just, look how old they are. And I don't know who any of these people are, really. So it's very, that to me was very cool. I just wanted to show you guys that because that really struck a nerve in me. That was like, you know, I can finally really work on something when I'm trying to do my cauldron work. Because that is something I really want to start doing. I really want to try to do. I'm going to use Matilda's picture, Granny Matilda. That's what I've been calling her. For my cauldron work. Because I just feel this drawn to using that. And it was one of the first pictures I saw. And when I found it, I was like in shock. Like, you know, it's like, it was like a Christmas present or a Samhain present, you know, and so that means a lot to me, like that I have a picture finally of my ancestors, of an older ancestor that I can really use, and I'm not sure what it means yet, if she's been around, but I swear, like, I've seen her before, and so that's the craziest feeling to me in a way, because it's like, damn, you know, so I'm excited, I'm very excited about that. As far as back to the Deviant Witchery and everything they were talking about, they were talking about also things like pumpkins and apples, and I love my little kitchen witchery kind of stuff. Pumpkins and apples, great for Halloween. Pomegranates too. Pomegranates are another fruit of the underworld. They were giving some really good examples of the different things you could use. Like, obviously with all three of them, you can cut out the top, scoop out the innards, put your spell in there, and, you know, whatever, do whatever you want. That is something that, oh, sorry, my back. I definitely want to do one of those things. Something. I'm probably going to use a pumpkin, and I'm not really sure for what yet. But I'm probably going to use it in some sort of ancestral way. You can use gourds too. Like, you know, the pumpkins and the turnips. The turnips are originally an Irish thing. I am somewhat Irish, so I might do that. Try and carve a turnip. I don't know where I'm going to get one from, though, because I've never seen a turnip around here, but that doesn't mean there's not any. I just might have missed it. You know, and that was put out in your house and to scare away the negative spirits, but you light a candle in the middle to tell the ancestral spirits to come home. And on Samhain, I'm going to make my fava bean soup. It's a traditional Italian meal. I'm going to make it like every year. It's a tradition. I don't make just soup, though. I make my fava bean soup noodles with chicken, and it's magnifique. It's amazing. It's so good. God, I can taste it now. And hopefully my mom's going to make her special traditional gumbo. It was a tradition we used to always have, but then she just kind of stopped doing it because she kind of stopped liking me. But hopefully I can talk her into doing it, so I'm excited about that. You know, food is always a great part of the holidays, especially when you're trying to honor your ancestors' food. Everybody, you know, your ancestors, they all had some favorite food. Like, it's something that they all love to do. Today I plan on going to the cemetery. I want to go to the cemetery to my grandfather's grave. It's hard though because his grave, the cemetery he's buried at with my aunt is a good like 30-45 minutes away from me. So I can never go to that one really as much. And there's so many grave sites around me, so we've been to just about every one. And there's one I'm so drawn to and I love so much, but I just don't feel. I mean, I'm still gonna continue to go there, especially around this time of year. I think I should visit all of them and offer all of them. You know, Colin Nebatinia, she is the goddess of death. She is the Etruscan Roman goddess of death. In the ancient days, the funeral homes and the cemetery were her sanctuaries. That's where they would go to honor Libatinia. And she is basically the modern day picture of the Grim Reaper was based off of her. She was so big and dark and beautiful and pale. Like, when you'd see her from far away, she would look so dark, it looked almost like she was wearing a robe, when she really wasn't. She was just dark and beautiful, and she had these big black wings, and she's gorgeous, absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna call on her, especially when I go there, because she is the protectress and the keeper of the gates of not just the gates, but the cemetery as a whole. She is the goddess of death. Hecate, Hermes, you know, on it, obviously. I'm going to go there and offer, I would like to gather some cemetery grave dirt, but I'm not sure yet. That's something that it's just going to, if I'm welcome to do that when I'm there, then I'm going to, but if I don't feel like it's right, or somebody's telling me no, then I'm not going to do it. You know, it's just more like something I would love to do and I plan on doing when I can, but if they tell me no, then, I mean, you can't argue with them. It is a no. But mainly I want to go there to give my grandfather an offering to just kind of relax and chill and just have a moment to breathe at the cemetery. Like, I feel like you need to be able to relax and rest, and doing it at the cemetery is best because you're not only honoring death, but you're honoring life. You can't honor one or without the other. I feel like that's with everything. It's just balance. And, I was going to show you the book I was reading right now, but it's holding up my phone, so I can't. But back to Deviant Witchery, I guess. I kind of keep getting sidetracked. Because, well, okay, no, technically. Okay, well, back to Deviant Witchery and the cemetery. They were talking about cemetery magic. And that, to me, is a topic that I love. I love anything about the cemetery and about spirits, about death, anything. But yeah, because the book I'm working on is called Walking the Twilight Path, a Gothic Book of the Dead. I think it is a great book, especially for beginners, if you're going to be working with the dark, with the dead, and it definitely teaches you not just to work with the dead, but work with the life of everything. Work with life, sorry, not with the life, sorry. It was like I said, you can't honor one without the other, you know. Everything has an end, and we have death throughout our life, not just by other people dying, but death of a transition. When you move from one job to the next, that is a death of a part of your life. It is death of one thing to be reborn and grow into something else. And so I think, you know, death is something that we should definitely honor throughout our entire lives, because it is very important, because it's it's one of the three great mysteries: birth, life, and death. And I feel like, you know, if you're not honoring and integrating yourself with the energy of death, then you're not going to be able to integrate yourself properly with the energies of anything else. It's a balance thing. You cannot have one without the other. And the same thing, if you're just completely enfolded, encompassing in death, you're not experiencing the beauty and the love of life, then, you know, that's not good either. So you need to have that balance. And that is something that I am trying to work on personally, is balance. And I feel like I am very off balance at times, and I'm not completely grounded, and I'm not completely one with myself and my emotions or my sensitivity, because that, I feel that with my empathy, it makes me off track. Like with my gifts, I'm not as able to connect with the other realms and my spirit self sometimes, because I'm not grounded or as balanced as I should be. I hold grudges sometimes and resentments, and I need to work on that as myself so I can be more one with the other realms. I used to be, when I was younger, spirits and, you know, all that. I was just like, my gifts, like I would see things, I would know things, and as I got older and I was doing things I wasn't supposed to be, I have said this like 1,000